Welcome to Mr. Heaton's Math Lab, and in this video we're going to learn about counting areas. The idea of area is the idea of looking at individual units or tiles within inside of an object. So say we have this object right here. It is a length of 2 by a length of 3, which is another way of saying that we know that the side length, which is 2, means that there's 1, 2, and the length of 3 means that there's 1, 2, 3. So each of these lengths have individual units of 1 length sides. But on this one, there's a set of 2 and there's a set of 3. So if we extend out these lines where we separate 1 by 2, because it is a length of 2, by a length of 3 of 1, 2, 3, we can look at individual squares or tiles, which will give us the idea of the area, the amount of units or the amount of tiles that are within a section. So an idea is, say you're in your bathroom and you know that your bathroom is going to be this length, a 2 by 3, and you need to put tiles down, so you need to find the area. So if we look, we have 6 tiles that we will need to fill that area. Okay, so we can take a look at it by actually going and separating out these individual lines, or we can do it an easy way. The idea of area is just the idea of multiplying the two sides. But you can only do this for rectangles and squares. So if we have this, it's a 2 by 3, which we know is equal to 6. And when we went and we actually separated it out in tiles, we counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's try another example. Now for this one, we're going to look at a square. Now a square is the type of rectangle. It just means that all 4 of the sides are the same length. So we know that it is 5 by 5. Now what we could do is we could go through, we could add lines so that we get a 5 sides, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we can count each of these individual tiles up, and we can try to figure out what it is. Or we could do the short way, and we can just multiply the two sides. Now it's only 2 sides because, right, we're looking at this direction and we're looking at this direction. So we don't multiply by 4 sides, we only multiply by 2 sides. Okay, the horizontal and the vertical. It's only those. So 5 times 5 is equal to 25. And I'm sure if you count all the tiles, it will equal 25. Now let's take a look at this one. So we have a rectangle that is 3 by 8. Okay, now we could go through, we could count the tiles, or what we could do is we could just multiply 3 by 8, which is equal to 24. Okay, so this one is a diamond. Well, a diamond is still a type of rectangle. It is really just a square that is turned on its side. So each one of these sides is equal to 7, but we only need 2 sides. So we will take 7 times 7, which is equal to 49. Now let's try this one. This one is a 2 by 9. So if we multiply 2 times 9, that's going to equal to 18. Now let's take a look at this right here. Now this is still a rectangle, right? Because 10 is not equal to 9. So they're not the same length on each side. So we still know that it's going to be 9 times 10, which is going to be equal to 90. Okay, so for this one, what kind of shape do we have? This is a triangle. And remember what we said, that our trick, it only works for squares, rectangles, and diamonds. Well, since this is none of those, we can't multiply these two numbers. So this actually does not work. So if you ever see anything where you need to find the area, you can't use our trick of multiplying the numbers. It does not work for this. Now let's take a look at this one. This is an object that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides. What do we call an 8-sided object? We call it an octagon. Okay, so is an octagon a rectangle? No. Is it a square? No. Is it a diamond? No. So if that's the case, we can't do our trick. It does not work for our trick. Now what about this object? Well, this object is a quadrilateral, right? It has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, but it is not a rectangle, it is not a square, and it is not a diamond. And if that's the case, then it can't work for this one either. Because the only time that our trick works is when we have a rectangle, a square, or a diamond. Now what about this object? Well, this object is a rectangle, right? It is, so we can actually figure this out. And if we do our simple trick, which is multiplying the two sides, 3 times 5 is equal to 15, and that is our answer. If you're looking to take your math skills to the next level, check out Mr. Heaton's Math Lab. We offer a range of resources to help you succeed, from free workbooks and Common Core assessments to focused mini courses and comprehensive curriculum courses. Head over to www.mrheatonsmathlab.com to get started today.